Tom, how are we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you, mate. So, a couple of questions um, about Zenith and your experience, if that's all right.
Yep.
Do you want to just sort of walk me through your life before Zenith? Like, what were you doing? Where were you? I know you're at uni, but just tell me a little bit more about that, if that's all right.
Yeah, so like you said, I was in uni, but I only really went there to sort of waste a bit more time so I could try and figure out what else I wanted to do. And I was studying languages as well, which is a bit of a waste of time at uni. Uh,
Yeah.
because you can just learn it from reading a book. Um, so a bit of a waste of time.
Okay.
Uh, Tried like trading, drop shipping, stuff like that. The usual things that everyone tries when they're trying to sort of make money online. And then I saw a few things about appointment setting. I didn't really know what it was. Started with you, learned everything. I think I got a job in like 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks. And then in the first month, I made 3K, which was like the first money I'd ever made as well. And yeah, it's
Amazing.
been going up since then as well. So
So you were actually, were you at uni while you were learning everything?
yeah, yeah, I was at uni while I was in everything. And like for the most part, I could balance both things as well. Like it's not like I had to quit uni immediately because it took too much time. I was balancing both for a while, but then I realized that I don't enjoy uni. I'm not going to do anything with the degree I get, so I may as well just leave so that I can focus more and put more time into making money elsewhere. So I dropped out about like a year ago, um, and been doing this sort of full time ever since then.
So you were actually you were earning money. So you earned 3.5K in the first 30 days.
Yeah,
And that
three.
was from having zero experience. We'd never met before. To getting a job, sorry, to getting in, getting trained, getting a job, and getting paid within 30 days.
Yeah, I didn't know you. I didn't know what appointment setting was. Um, and didn't know anything else. So
And
yeah.
and why do you think that happened? Like, walk me through those first 30 days. Like, what did it actually look like? How did that happen?
Well, like I said, I've been trying other things and seeing like no progress in anything. Like posting like TikTok videos of like random YouTube screen recordings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Nothing was working. Um, And then I think the way you described it, it made it sound like a more of a real life thing. Like posting TikToks and making money from it that just sounds weird. But actually doing like sales and stuff, that makes sense. It makes sense that you can make money from that. So spoke to you, you explained the whole thing. I was like, right, that makes sense. And got in with you, started up there.
and what actually made you say yes then? Like, why was it something that you thought this is worth invested into? This is worth looking at and going, okay, yeah, that like I can see this work. Because obviously you made the right decision, but you didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. Well, just the actual method, like the actual appointment setting, it sounded more attractive than the other things that I've been trying, first of all. Um, but then you also have a guarantee where if I don't get a job in like 60 or 90 days or whatever, um, then it's a money back guarantee. So for me it was a bit of a no-brainer. Like I had to sort of it wasn't even like spending money. It was like sort of putting that money to one side for a second,
Mm,
wait a month or
mm.
2 weeks in my case, but most people maybe 2 months, and then they get a job that pays them double what they paid in the first month anyway. And then they get that income consistently. So it is a bit of a bit of a no-brainer considering that you are guaranteed to make your money back and you're learning a skill, so you're getting extra value there. At least that's what I was thinking at the time.
And then since then, obviously, you got that first job in the first 30 days. Like, what's that job been like? How has it developed? Where are you now in comparison? Because what that was about a year ago now,
Yeah,
maybe
that was about a
just a
year
bit
ago.
over.
Yeah. Um, well, this is why I also think that appointment setting is like, or just sales in general is, I think it's the best thing that someone can do when they're starting out because it doesn't take too long to learn. It's relatively simple. You can get your head around it. There's no like insanely complex ideas. So that's good. But it also leads you on to other things. So you can become a closer after you become a setter, for example. You can do that, but you also just get a better understanding of how people's businesses actually run because you're a part of it. So you can understand the roles in a business and how they complement each other. And if you see another role that someone's doing, you're like, oh, I like the look of that. You can sort of learn about that role and you have so much more leverage when it comes to offering people because you've been a setter in someone's business, you know how it runs and you know the sort of systems that are
Mm.
needed. So there's a lot of places you can go from starting with appointment setting. Like I did, like I started copywriting as well. Um, which if you don't know anything about that, it's like literally basically writing emails and writing stuff on a Google Doc and you get paid for it.
Mm.
Which sounds weird, but it's right. And also just like being able to understand the full operations of a business and how I can do like full operations for people and scale their business on every level. So yeah, it's definitely sort of taught me how everything
It's like the
works.
cornerstone, isn't it? Like if you know sales, you sort of know a bit of everything. Everything sort of comes back to sales in some sort of way. The whole
Yeah,
process is just sales with different names, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, amazing, man. And then sort of future stuff for you. What are your plans? Like where do you, I know you've got your own thing sort of building on the side, but what's next for you? Obviously, you language at uni wasn't the path you were meant for, so what is?
Yeah, so obviously we've sort of started working together as well with Zenith, and I've obviously seen how how well you're able to help people. And especially like I mentioned, you've got like a guarantee in place and you obviously know what you're doing. And there's a lot of like fake people out there who try to scam people. But I can obviously been through it myself. I can see that you actually know what you're doing and you can help people. Um, so yeah, we are obviously doing our thing, and I want to get as many people as possible in into Zenith and through Zenith because I've seen how much it's been able to positively impact my life and like the phrase sort of change my life is a bit cringe, but it has because I've been able to drop out of uni, which I didn't enjoy, um, and just make my own money. Which and I was only 19 as well, so um, I feel like that it was a big mindset change for me. So I want to help as many people get through there as possible. And then other things, like I said, I now know the sort of full operations of a business, so I can go out there and pitch businesses on taking over their entire management and operations and get a pretty big chunk out of that because I can help them scale and I know what I'm doing.
And obviously, being part of Zenith, you know the sort of conversations that we're having day to day, people struggling to make the decision, take that risk. And a lot of people are going to look at you, Tom, and like 19-year-old, not that much responsibility at uni. That's not like you don't have a family, you don't have kids, you don't have a, do you know what I mean? Those type
Yeah.
of risk things that people talk about. But I know when we were speaking, that was. that wasn't even a like that was still a risk for you because your parents wanted you to go down that path, and I know there was some friction there. Like, what would you say to someone that is on the fence about starting this?
Yeah. I think if it costs like £10,000 and you weren't going to get the money back if you didn't succeed, then I'd say you're right to be on the fence. You know, you can think about it a little bit longer. But if you want to make some more money just to supplement the income, or you don't like your job and you want to replace it, or that a lot of other factors and situations that you might be in that you're not 100% happy with, and you want something to help you either make that better or completely change it, then I think that there is no downside to at least giving it a go, because the worst thing is that you join, you go through everything, you find that it's not for you, you don't see any success, which again is very unlikely. Then at the end of it, you either come out with a job that's paying you like 3, 4, 5K a month, or you get your money back and just go about your life. There really isn't a downside. And in terms of like the actual content and quality that you'll get out of the program, and Frank, like I've been I'm Frank's not paying me to say this, like I've been through it myself, and I know that Frank knows what he's talking about, and you've also got everyone else in the community as well who's either in your exact situation or a little bit higher who can help you in there. So there's really no way, if you actually join, you apply yourself a little bit, and that doesn't mean like 8 hours a day. That means maybe an hour a day. If you apply yourself, you can absolutely come out of at the end with like I said, 3, 4, 5K a month job. And then that'll take you on to a lot bigger things after that.
It's your sort of choice after that, isn't it? Where you want to go close in 10, 15, 20K a month, or similar to what you're doing, taking your own path and taking those skills into your own sort of business as well. Because I think that's something that people miss out on as well. Like, it's not just the job that is the benefit. Like, yeah, you get a job that pays you 3, 4, 5K a month, but then you could also get an opportunity to work with someone or meet someone or be part of something that you are passionate about and grow, and like you are now. Like,
Yeah.
it opens a door with a whole new world behind it, right? So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
amazing, man. So just lastly then, so just to reiterate, you went from not knowing what this was to 30 days later, a full-time job paying you 3.5 grand a month
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah. So I had no idea what appointment setting was. 2 weeks later, I had a job, and 2 weeks later, I'd made 3.5K in my first month.
And how did that 2 weeks look initially? Because obviously the guarantee is Zenith is 90 days. Why did you do it in 14? How did that happen?
Because I obviously went through the course. I was also doing my own research as well, because once you know enough and you know how to do the task that you need to do, um, in its entirety, then there's no point just waiting and waiting and waiting. I've been, or I've seen courses in the past where they have like a mandatory like 60 days of training before doing something. If you know exactly what you're doing and you can do it, there's no reason why you can't make money from it as soon as possible. I think it's stupid not to make money from it as soon as possible if you're good enough. And you obviously realized that I was good enough, so I was like, right, you'll give me an opportunity. Um, and I was able to deliver on it. So
Yeah, 100%.